Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI. And today on the podcast, we are thrilled to have uh, the founder of IndoAI Technologies, which is a company that is revolutionizing the AI powered camera ecosystem. And IndoAI draws inspiration from platforms like iOS, Android, and cloud giants like Azure and AWS to create a open platform where third-party developers can innovate and contribute. So they are not just building products internally, but also fostering a community that thrives on collaboration and mutual growth. So let me welcome the founder of the Indo AI, Eric Fonseca.
Hi, Priya. Thank you for having me on this podcast.
Eric, please, I would request you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what is the venture that you are building.
Okay, right. So, at first, let me start with the venture. So, IndoAI is a company which is pioneering in edge AI cameras.
Mhm.
So, when I say edge AI cameras, I mean that we are working on computer vision.
Okay.
So, through that, we have developed a few models, and
Mhm.
these AI models are used for various domains. Like, for example, we have visitor management, we've got face recognition, attendance, and authentication.
Mhm.
Then we also have a smart lock.
Mhm.
So, like the traditional locks, we do have a smart lock in place. So, IndoAI started its journey from a simple face recognition model, which was used for marking attendance.
Mhm.
So, in 2021, uh, we started uh, an app which is called Duty Per.
Okay.
So initially, we had received an award from Maharashtra government. So
Mhm.
this was regarding the best startup
Okay.
and
Interesting.
innovation field. So there we received this award and were given a grant of some amount in which we had to cater something or create something which is valuable for the government.
Okay.
During that time, what happened was there was pandemic,
Mhm.
and because of which we were told that they required a platform where they could mark their attendance.
Okay.
So IndoAI's basic concept was from started with this, that where the beneficiaries of government had to mark their attendance, all the students from skill development.
Mhm.
So initially it was only face recognition. After that, we went into liveness check as well, where the landmarks were captured,
Mhm.
the location was checked, and the attendance was marked.
Okay.
Now, with only the application in place, we found out that there's a possibility that every classroom
Mm.
or every office or any premise
Mm.
need beyond just an app for attendance.
Okay.
So that is where we introduced the AI camera. So this camera is an edge camera. So all
Mhm.
the processing is done on the camera itself.
Okay.
And yes, the models are developed in-house as well as the camera.
Got
Right
it.
from designing to the development, everything is in-house.
Got it. Uh, uh, can for the interest of our viewers, can you explain what is the edge technology? I mean, I understand it, but would love to hear from you. How does the edge and edge camera work?
Okay. So when I say edge camera, it is nothing but all the processing is done on the camera itself. Now the concern with most of the companies or entrepreneurs who are going to avail our services is that the data is important to them,
Hmm.
and because of data privacy policies in place, we cannot send the data to an external server.
Right.
So the requirement was that the data shouldn't leave the premise. Now, to
Hmm.
get that done, we had to get all the processing done on the camera itself, which gives a real-time output.
Okay.
So usually you see that there's a lot of lag in
Hmm.
like transmitting videos and viewing them. So
Yes.
in this case, the alerts or the video, there's no lag.
Hmm.
Everything is real time. So as you say, it's a live video
Okay.
in true sense.
Okay. Got it. So I would like to explain this to our viewers. So there has been a lot of concerns lately about data privacy and data sovereignty, because mainly all the AI companies like OpenAI or Meta, they are all US based companies. So whenever you use their services for a brief time, the data flows outside India, and I think that's a threat for the country, and even if it is even if it is flowing outside the organization also, then it's a threat for the company as well. So data might get leaked to the competitors and so on. So that's why I think the kind of work you are doing is mind blowing. But I just want to understand what sort of processing happens on a edge camera.
So, see, the moment a feed is captured, the feed is sliced into images. So these images are processed. Now, when I say process, every image is checked for various features that we've got. So various models. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, let's take an example of an attendance system
Sure.
or a visitor management system for better understanding. So everyone has visited a society where the security would tell them to wait, enter details, or nowadays even with no broker and my gate in place,
Mm-hmm.
they will take an image, they'll take a photo, and they'll just register it.
Okay.
Now this is time consuming because every time that a visitor enters the premise, all these processes got to be done
Mm-hmm.
for security, of course.
Okay.
So in with IndoAI, the face is already captured. Like for example, I have Priya visiting me today. So
Mm-hmm.
what I would do is I would register Priya as a visitor for the day, and the moment Priya would be at the gate, the camera would capture the video. Now
Mm-hmm.
through this video, it will slice and check if it is Priya, because it's already it has a Priya's image. It will check
Mm-hmm.
with the live image. Now
Mm-hmm.
this recognition is done. The authentication is done. Once this
Okay.
authentication is done, it will flag in the dashboard that Priya has visited at a particular time,
Mm-hmm.
the time which is noted over there.
Okay.
So in case if there is a boom barrier, the boom barrier would open. So there are different triggers also in place.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how the entire processing works.
Okay. So this is interesting because everything happens on real time, and even if the internet is not there for a brief moment, it will work.
So when I so as you just mentioned that internet. So what happens is, for internet you require a continuous either data pack, or you need a Wi-Fi in place, as well as the power supply.
Mm.
So in IndoAI, we have an inbuilt SIM module. So this works just like our mobile phones. So in case if we are in a Wi-Fi zone,
Mm-hmm.
so everything will be perfect. But the moment the Wi-Fi is disconnected, or there's some maintenance or some issue with the Wi-Fi, it's our phone switch to our mobile data. So
Mm-hmm.
similarly, IndoAI's camera will also switch, as well as there is a power backup as well.
Okay.
This power backup will help in case if there's any power shortage or any incident that happened. So that way.
Interesting. I think amazing work you are doing, and you are doing it at a both hardware level and software level.
Right.
Just curious to understand one thing. So you have been doing this before pandemic. So was the technology already in place before pandemic, or because you got a government contract, you started working on this technology?
To be honest, we were doing something different. The
Okay.
reason we panned into this is because at first we were catering small to medium businesses. Unfortunately, that got whitewashed because of pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this as an opportunity to pan into a different domain, and we grabbed that with both hands.
Okay.
So yes, we are here because of the pandemic. It gave us a way through.
Mm-hmm.
And again, so we started with a very small use case,
Mm-hmm.
and have increased our features also. We have trained our models,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, so we now we are at a stage where we want to explore different and create different AI models for various domains so that we create a platform. So what we are working on is something called as appization. So the concept is called appization.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we have our app store or play store, in which what we do is, so whenever you buy a phone,
Mm-hmm.
you have a few apps already installed on that,
Right.
but that doesn't suffice your requirement. Maybe you are a person who wants Instagram, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you are a traveling person, and maybe you want to take some amazing pics, so you would download maybe Snapchat. So
Mm-hmm.
these apps are not available on your phone when you buy it. But what you can do is you can go to App Store or Play Store and you download it.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, what we opt to do is that we wish to create a platform similar to Google Play, Phone Pay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, Sorry, what's that?
Apple
Play
Play
Store
Store.
or App Store,
Yeah.
and so all our AI models will be hosted over there. So at any point of time, let's say Priya got purchased a camera for visitor management, but
Mm-hmm.
in case he has a requirement that it's a society and fire is always a threat,
Mm-hmm.
and fire is something that needs real time notification, real time alerts.
Right.
Even a minute or two's delay would be catastrophic in at times.
Yeah.
So in this case, what we've done is we've created this platform where you can just download, you can install your apps, you can
Mm-hmm.
install these AI models onto the camera directly, remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So we have created an app as well where the entire controlling is being done. So
Okay.
the
So.
admin or the user can view the visitors, can view the live feed,
Mm-hmm.
can get the alerts, etc.
Got it. So, if I understand it correctly, you are saying all the cameras which are not that smart currently, which are installed at various places, they can also be upgraded to the AI level of sophistication.
So to be honest, yes, they can be, but the thing is, the entire process or the requirement for that is quite huge. So that's the reason a recommendation again. So I'm going to talk about my camera. So it's going to be that you might just replace it with a smarter camera.
Got it. Got it. Uh, Can you tell us what all use cases you are exploring? So, duty per the attendance management and
Right.
facial recognition is one use case that
Correct.
you have already implemented and found success. But I
Correct.
think with the AI vision, you can also explore other use cases like the fire example you gave,
Right.
predictive maintenance, watching solar panels through the drone camera. So I'm aware of these use cases, but what are the things that you are exploring?
So the use cases that we have as of now, so this is the initial bunch, I would say. So is first, as I said, face recognition. So that captures two things. One would be attendance, or managing the office. Second would be authentication. That would get into visitor management.
Hmm.
That's one. Second is intrusion.
Okay.
So an unknown person will be flagged on the system. Like there is an unknown person in the premise, and this person needs to be attended or take the necessary action. Second is fire and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got vehicle number plate detection and gesture recognition. So these
Okay,
are the AI models which we have at present.
got it. So we understood the problem statement here, and we also understood the technology and solution that you have developed. But tell us how you are going to market with the products that you have. Like, what's the distribution strategy, marketing plans that you have for selling your products?
Initially the plan was that we would start with B2G, because there are a lot of tenders which have been floated, and the government of India has taken some amazing initiative to implement these things. So at first it was like, it was a slower start, because to explain someone and take pull out someone from a traditional CCTV
Mhm.
to upgrade to a smarter and an AI camera. To explain this was a challenge itself. So now with the government of India placing n number of options as well as floating tenders, so this has given us an opportunity to scale in government sector. One,
Mhm.
secondly, a lot of societies want to automate the entire entrance.
Mhm.
So, because many times you see that attendance is taken, you have all your security guards standing in a line to take a pic to mark their attendance. Then you have your domestic helps who enter, and that is a security concern as well. So
Mhm.
this is what we found out, that many domestic helps, they enter a society, but unfortunately due to some reason they are delayed or they do not move out.
Mhm.
So again, this is a security concern and had to be taken care of. So this is another thing. So societies is one more.
Mhm.
Then with corporate offices as well. So we have a team who looks into corporate marketing and sales. So the distribution is such that we have our channel partners, we have our internal team, as well as we've got channel partners in various cities.
Mhm.
So they get us the lead, we nurture them with all possible ways, like with demo, with like the collateral sharing and everything,
Okay,
and we take it from there.
got it.
So
And what about the developer community? I think you are trying to create an open source platform where other third-party collaborators can work and develop custom solutions on top of it. So, how are you onboarding them? How are you attracting them to your platform?
So developer, see there are platforms where we can directly connect with developers. So LinkedIn is one of them. I would just say like LinkedIn is one, but there are other platforms as well. So what we have done is, as I said, that we are creating a platform. Here
Mm-hmm.
we are creating few models in house, but there are possibilities to better them,
Mm-hmm.
and we are open for that. So what we have done is we have moved out, we have created few pages, some landing pages. We've done a thorough market research on this, and we are exploring websites where we can post and invite developers so that they can showcase their skills. They can help us better us our offerings,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, see, because they are putting their efforts, we need to compensate that as well. So what we are doing is, with every download or with every uh, camera and usage of a particular AI model, we are doing a revenue sharing as well.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Any examples of when a developer collaborated with you and developed an innovative feature or solution that is used by a customer?
So initially what we had done is, so we had created our visitor management and vehicle detection,
Mhm.
but there were some enhancements done. So what we had done is, we had a hackathon in place. So we had invited developers to contribute, get the best. Hackathon is moreover like, understanding what is my requirement and what better could be offered to me. So here we got a solution which was comparatively better than what we were doing. So
Mhm.
this helped us to enhance our product. So eventually it's going to be a win-win situation for both. So we got that developer on board.
Mhm.
So we have an agreement in place as well. So anything like the commercials, everything is discussed and everything is on paper. So there is no discrepancy, or there is no gray area.
So there are many new things happening in the space of machine vision and computer vision.
Right.
I think China and Israel, US, they are much ahead in the curve because they're using a machine vision to monitor their citizens. For
Correct.
example, in Israel, before you enter a airport, you're already, authorities are checking your baggage and whether you are a risk profile or not. So those sort of things are also monitored. So can you tell us other similar trends that you have been observing and what all trends are coming to India uh, in your opinion?
See, with the trend, more than the trend, I would tell you a few use cases which we came across. So, and which are amazing, initiatives. So, one is, see, mangroves have always been an issue. So, when you see that, there's poaching, there's a lot of, land grabs. So, the government has taken an initiative to place smart cameras at strategic points for mangroves.
Mm-hmm.
So these things will, in return, help us save the environment. And with global warming and climate change, so these things will impact us. This will help us in the future. Secondly, what we have done is that we are developing a gesture recognition. So the gesture recognition would help in various pharmaceuticals or yeah, mostly pharmaceutical companies where you cannot by any means touch any space, touch the ground and touch the batch. The entire batch will be just thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things where people are moving, and this is what we are getting into as well.
Got it. Got it. Any plans you have around global expansion, like getting into other countries and collaborating with other governments, maybe?
Yes, we do have that. So we do have that in mind. So initially, yes, we want to get ourselves strong in our country because we want to give back. Because smart cameras will help our society in return. It will automate the entire uh, way things are done. For example, you wouldn't require security guards in place. You wouldn't require cops in place. So if one camera is going to automate the entire traffic, is going to automate the entire society, so this will help us as a society to develop, to like focus on different issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that is what we are focusing on. So initially it's going to be India. Of course, with that, and as opportunities come our way, we will certainly grab them, and we will also pilot towards that.
Got it. My final question. Tell us, as an entrepreneur, what all has been your challenges, and what are the learnings that you have got as an entrepreneur, which others can take away and probably apply to their ventures.
So, see, challenge with anything new that you are going to get into the market, the first thing is going to be a change management. So, this is something, uh, it's quite difficult because to change the mindset of someone where you're going to have a device which is barely for 2 or 3 thousand,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to compete with something which is of lakhs. To change that mindset is all you got to target. Now, as an entrepreneur, what happens is at first I got to change that mindset of my team, because once the team is ready, once the has the confidence that whatever you're creating is the best and it's going to be helpful for the society,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to bring a change. So after getting this mindset in place is when you can go ahead and you can convince someone else.
Got
With
it.
doubts in our own head, we cannot move out and try to change anyone or try to manipulate anyone into buying something.
Mhm. Got it. And what about entrepreneurship? Like, how would you define entrepreneurship? What's the meaning of entrepreneurship for you?
So for me, it is the ability to move out, create something new, and uh, make it happen that it is going to last. Because there are many entrepreneurs, so every second person is an entrepreneur in itself.
Mm.
But the issue is sustainability, where they got to stick to their idea, stick to what they have in their mind, create a team, and then market,
Mm-hmm.
and be consistent in whatever you do,
Got it.
and don't give up.
Got it. Well, on this note, we have come to the closure of the session. Thanks for joining us, Eric. It was a pleasure to have you on our platform and understanding many
Thank
new
you.
things.
Thank
Uh,
you.
and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much.